Hey guys, my name's Zimmerman. I'm one of the new co-hosts of Major League Bowhunter. I'm looking forward to stepping out in front of the camera and sharing some of my hunts with you.
And we just smoked our Kansas buck, baby.
You think Texas, you think wide.
I don't even know what to say. That is the most unreal experience I have ever had.
Welcome to Major League Bowhunter. I'm Matt Duff, and for the past 15 years, my friends and I have been traveling across the country filming our hunts and everything in between. If you've never seen our show, get ready for some awesome moments with some amazing guests from past, present, and future hunts. And if you've been here from the beginning, get ready for hundreds of hours of never-before-seen footage. Major League Bowhunter, Hall of Fame.
Hey guys, my name's Zimmerman. I'm one of the new co-hosts of Major League Bowhunter. I just wanted to take a quick moment to introduce myself and kind of give you a little background on who I am, what I'm all about. My professional background's a pretty simple one. I've been a part of the logistics and transportation industry for the last 20 plus years. During that time, I've always been on the sales and marketing side of it. Since COVID, the industry's changed so much. In the day-to-day life of somebody in that industry's pretty much been a constant roller coaster. And I've always been very blessed to have a strong family foundation supporting me behind the scenes. My wife, Shauna, son, Hunter, and now my grandson, Braden. It's been a really stressful time, like for many of you since COVID. And, I've always been blessed to be able to come home and still know that I have the support of them to do the things that I love to do, the things I'm passionate about. I started hunting when I was 10 years old in Ohio, and my story of how I started to where I am today is not unlike a lot of yours. Starting out, my father wasn't a hunter, so my brothers and I, we would go out, we'd learn ourselves. We would squirrel hunt, rabbit hunt, and eventually that led into shotgun hunting for deer. But that passion had started, and I was very fortunate. There was a couple gentlemen in my church that kind of took me under their wing and really started to share with me all that they had learned specifically about bow hunting. Especially my one really close friend, Mark, he would give me every one of his Buckmaster magazines, and I would read those things cover to cover in school, at home. My grades showed it, but I was just so passionate about it and wanted to learn anything and everything I could about deer hunting. That passion continued to grow. And through the years, the challenge, I just loved it so much, but I wanted to add something new to that challenge. And I started self-filming about 12, 13 years ago. During that time, I was very blessed to have met a gentleman by the name of Bob Richardson. He was the owner and host of Scent Blocker's Most Wanted and Outdoors in the Heartland. And that's how I got my start in this industry. And I worked for Bob for a good number of years until COVID shut the show down. And at that time, I was loving what I was doing and didn't want to give it up. And I had met another gentleman, Kenny Davis from Whitetail's Frenzy, based out of West Virginia, and had the opportunity to do the same thing for him, still self-filming, still doing some of those things that I loved, but still supporting more behind the scenes in helping with the partnerships in that aspect of the business, working with those partners and making sure we're delivering on our commitments, but also helping with the marketing aspects of each show. A few years ago, I was blessed to have the opportunity to meet Matt Duff through a mutual acquaintance of ours. And it was at a time in Major League Bowhunter that they were on a really strong growth trajectory, but he needed support behind the scenes. So at that time, I stepped in, doing things like working with our partners to make sure that we were getting everything that they needed from us, in just making sure that the viewers at home were getting to know a little bit more about Major League Bowhunter, and we were growing through our viewerships. I wasn't looking for a change from Whitetail Frenzy, but when I met Matt Duff, it was very clear he had such a drive and such a passion for what he was doing, and just really needed a little bit of extra help behind the scenes. And his passion aligned very, very closely with mine. And the simple fact is, being a Major League Bowhunter doesn't mean that you're an expert in what we do, but being a Major League Bowhunter means that we are passionate day in, day out about the pursuit of what it is we're showing you on the TV show, which is primarily bow hunting, any kind of big game animal in North America, but has always been really focused on the whitetail side of it. At the end of the day, being a part of TV is really no different from one show to the next. We all have partners. We all have commitments that we have to make. and that we have to follow through on. And that's kind of where I fit into this picture and why it was such a good fit for me with Duff. So, like I said, for the last couple of years, while I've been a part of Major League Bowhunter, you haven't seen me in front of the camera. And so now I'm looking forward to stepping out in front of the camera and sharing some of my hunts with you and some of my experiences.
This segment of Major League Bowhunter is brought to you by Summit Tree Stands.
Hey guys, my name is Aaron Zimmerman, new co-host of Major League Bowhunter. I've been filming my own hunts all across the Midwest for myself and friends. And now I'd like to share just a couple of my past hunts with you and some of my favorite hunts and memories.
This is my first sit of the season. Good friend of mine, Paul Elias, he has some good close friends of his family that own quite a considerable amount of property down in Texas, just outside of Junction, Texas. And he gave me an invite this year to come down with him, and having never hunted Texas, I jumped on it. So far, it's just been so freaking cool. This land is managed so well. And talking with the landowner, he believes he keeps it right around 1 to 2 does per buck, which is just incredible. So hopefully we have a really, really enjoyable sit tonight and make it a short hunt. So we'll see.
I just smoked him. He went maybe 30 yards into the shot.
But I tell you, I've never killed a deer in Texas before. This is my first time ever hunting here. And I tell you what, it has been so much fun. The deer are like ain't nothing else. Now, obviously the bodies are smaller, but I'm telling you what, if anybody wants to know what an XV can do to a buck, check that out. I mean, that just absolutely did a number on him. I mean, when you think Texas, you think wide, and this guy is wide. Absolutely tickled to death with this Texas deer.
On this throwback hunt, Aaron uses an unconventional approach to stock up on a Kansas giant that's bedded in an old, overgrown homestead.
Kansas with Hang'em Outfitters. We're headed to an evening sit tonight, going down a country road. And suddenly Mac slams on the brakes and said there's a huge buck bedded in that old homestead. So we drove around and parked and then snuck in this evening. We found this old barn and snuck in the one side, snuck all the way to the other, and then watched him physically walk in for a perfect broadside shot. And we just smoked our Kansas buck, baby. Give it up, Mac.
Yes, sir.
Circled right back around. Dude, he died within 20 yards of where we shot him. Holy crap. Look at that. I don't even know what to say. That is the most unreal experience I have ever had. Hang'em Outfitters is no joke. None at all.
This segment of Major League Bowhunter has been brought to you by Smokey Mountain Herbal Long Cut and Caffeinated Pouches.
Well, it's our 5th day here in Kansas, and we've had yet another weather change. We had 20-degree temp drops between yesterday and today, and it has really turned them on. This is the Kansas rut, and if you've ever hunted Kansas, you know anything could happen at any given moment. So we're going to get settled in and start glassing here. It's just a little bit before 2 o'clock, so it won't be long and we'll start seeing deer, but high hopes for tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Went down. 5th day at Hang'em Outfitters, and we just punched our tag on an absolute beast of a deer. You know, tonight didn't end the way that we had anticipated. We have been aggressively going after one deer all week long, and the wind changed and we couldn't hunt that same property, so we came over to a new one that we've had a lot of success over the years, a lot of great bucks, and this just freak cool deer shows up tonight. And even though we've been selling out for another deer, a bird in the hand, I guess, and we went ahead and let the thorn broadhead fly. So just couldn't be more excited about how tonight went, and can't wait to get my hands on that deer.
Well, we're back to where we shot our deer last night, and shot was a little bit high. We went back to the lodge last night, reviewed the footage, and the shot, even though we believe is a double long, it was definitely a high double long, if that's what it was. So we decided to go ahead and back out, stay out, and then come back this morning. It's absolutely miserable trying to track a deer, especially with a high shot through CRP. So just felt like that was the best call for last night. So we are back. It's just before 8 o'clock in the morning, and hopefully we can have our hands on this buck here very quickly. There's the arrow. Got more penetration than I thought. I know we hit the back shoulder, but it got every bit of probably 13, 14 inches through. Go ahead and put that there. Good blood. Blood. Weston, he's right here. Right here. Wow. He is so much bigger than I thought. Wow, is he frozen? He took that broadhead like a champ. He ran, I don't know, we've tracked him probably just a little over 250 yards maybe. But I mean, it just opened him right up. Wow. What an absolute brute. How cool is that?
This segment has been brought to you by Realtree and Premier Farm Realty Group and Auction.
Well, this evening's hunt has already started off pretty eventful. I get to within about 10 yards of my blind, and I can see over top of my blind into the food plot. And there's a little 6-point in the food plot already eating, and it's only 2:30 in the afternoon. I had to take my time getting to the blind. He kept looking up, but he never did see me. And I was able to unzip the blind, put everything in, get set up. And right as I dropped the front window here of the blind, I saw him walking off into the CRP. So we got in without spooking anything off, which is really important when you're dealing with the woods like this. It's about 50 acres, but yet it's extremely thick, and it's basically a really big bedding area. So all it takes is one deer to blow, and the hunt's over for the most part here. So, well, that's encouraging though to have a deer in the food plot at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's been cold enough. My hope was that maybe I'd get one of my most wanted bucks to come in here before dark, and hopefully that's a great omen or a great sign that they'll be on their feet early tonight. So I'm going to get set up here and get ready. We've got about 2 hours, 2.5 hours until it's probably going to be too dark to film. So not a lot of time, but just enough time to make it happen. There he is. it may be slightly back, but I'll be probably having to back out tonight and coming back in first thing in the morning.
Unreal.
Holy cow.
This is our most wanted buck on this property, and I can't tell you how excited I am. I am just so pumped. What a great deer. Look at the mass. Look at the mass on him.
Hey y'all, we appreciate every one of you for supporting Major League Bowhunter. And one of the best ways you can do that is head over to MajorLeagueBowhunter.com and grab yourself a t-shirt, a hat, or a hoodie. Not only will you be repping the brand, but when you sign up for our email list, you'll save 10% on your first order. Plus, you'll stay up to date on new episodes, sales, and exclusive offers. Just scan the QR code on the screen and it'll take you right there. Thanks for your support, and as always, never stop learning.
Guys, I've been very excited to be a part of Major League Bowhunter and being behind the scenes, helping the team. But, as we move forward, I'm really excited to start sharing some of my self-filmed hunts with you, the viewers. Stay tuned. Next week's episode is going to be another new co-host to the show, Macklin Noose, longtime friend and hunting buddy of mine, located out of Kansas. And I guarantee you're going to enjoy getting to know him and seeing some of his past hunts as well.
Major League Bowhunter is proud to be partnered with some of the best in the industry. A special thanks to our sponsors who make everything we do possible.